What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. You could tell I'm still in the same place that I ended up last time ending the video. I figured why not just start the new video here. How I ended it in the last note that I was going to do a walkthrough on everything that's done to the truck and what I plan to do in this video um, to make it look more appealing to my eye and to my liking. Honestly, I'm not going to bury money. It's not a money bucket for me. I've made that mistake many times in other trucks and Jeeps that I've had. This thing is going to pay for itself if I plan to do any other upgrades. But what I'm going to do is basically remove things here and there and make it look more appealing. So first, let me introduce you to the beast. I don't know her name yet. Maybe Black Rhino or something. Blackie? All right, the wheels. Here we got some cheap, I think it's American Eagle wheels. I think they might be 20s. 35, yep, 35 by 20. So it's sitting on 35s. These are 20s. I plan on bringing these back to life. I got a really good cleaner for them, so I'm gonna go ham on those. I also got the brushes that go on the drill bit. I'm gonna go heavy duty and see what I can do. If I can bring them fully back to life, that's gonna be awesome. If I can't, maybe I'll spray paint them over or something just to make them look okay in the meantime. And maybe in the future, just knowing the way I am, I'm probably gonna want to upgrade them, something different, like the Black Rhino wheels. Those are nice. I've had those in my previous truck and in my previous Jeep, so I'm a big fan of those. But in the meantime, like I said, it'll do. It gets me to point A, point B, and yeah. Um, you can tell we have an exhaust back here. So let me clarify something. This truck is not stock. It's not stock, and it has all the performance parts that you need in a diesel. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to get too deep into it. You can use your imagination for that. So we got, I think it's a turbo back exhaust, and I believe that's a 4-inch exhaust. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it with that. I'll give you guys a nice start right now so you can hear how it sounds. It has these fender trim flares on it. I'm on the fence of keeping them. I'm not sure. I've seen trucks without them, and they look nice and clean. But first, I'm gonna do some other things to it, and then depending on how I feel about it, maybe I'll remove it. Now, that is pretty much all to point out in the exterior. It is lifted, and I don't even think it's a lift. I think it's a leveling kit that it has on it. I wouldn't be able to tell you how much it's lifted. Maybe 4 inches. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely not stock in height. Now to move on to what I plan to do in this video, I'm going to remove the steps. Probably not the ideal thing to do when you have a lifted vehicle. You're going to be hopping in and out. But I want to see how it looks without the steps. I've seen trucks without steps and they look really nice. So I'm going to see how it looks, and I'm going to keep them in my garage. And if I get tired of jumping in and out, or my girlfriend's struggling, then maybe I'll throw them back on. But I've hit my shin on them like 3 times since I started cleaning this thing. So definitely not convenient. So I plan to remove those. That's what you're going to expect in this video. I'm going to remove these ugly things right here. So we're doing a emblem delete, whatever you want to call it. We're going to remove this, buff it out, and just keep the Cummins on there. And I think that's going to make it look really good and add a nice touch to it. And lastly, I mean, I bought something so simple, but I have done it to my Jeep. I done it to my previous truck. And I bought one of those 50 calibers antennas. So it's a 50 caliber round, and it goes right here. I already took off the stock antenna since I went into the car wash, and we're gonna put it right here. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it that I'm gonna do in this video that you could expect from me. And I'm gonna clean the wheels. So get a good look at the before. I think this is a good angle to see. And then with a snap of a finger, you're gonna see the after. All right, go ahead and follow me. Stand behind the exhaust, and I'm gonna give it a nice little start. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was gonna blow. So, like I said, not stock. That just brings a smile to my face, man. And Hearing the turbo in this thing, I had a diesel before, like I said, it was an '04 F250, had a 6.0 in it. I know it's quoted not the most reliable engine, but it had everything done to it, bulletproof, whatever. And I sold that truck, and I regretted it from the moment I sold it, man. I really love that truck. And ever since then, I fell in love with a diesel. So this is my new step to coming back into the diesel world, and I came in with a bang buying a Cummins. Um, so far, I'm happy with it, and I'm gonna be even more happy once I bring it up to par to my standard. Right now, it's barely getting there. You know, after I clean the interior, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. You guys can go watch it. You can go see the process of that because it was crazy. But in the meantime, let's go get this situated. All right, y'all. It's the next morning. I'm not Superman. I can't do everything in one day. You can see we got the beast in the back. We're going to start by debadging that ugly 2500 right there. And we're going to remove the side steps. I bought this. It's called a vinyl decal remover. It goes attached to the drill. And after you remove the badge, this is what's going to take off the glue. But let's get to it. Alright, here's what we got so far. Honestly, I don't know if it's my drill that's not powerful enough. I just put it to charge. It might be the battery slow. But it's not working that great. I'm gonna go over it one more time and see how that turns out. Alright, so this is what it looks like after peeling it off. There's still a thick piece of glue on there. So what you want to do is either use your fingers if you don't got nothing, you can peel it down, or use one of these. And it's gonna make your job a lot easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. Alright, this is what we got on this side. I did my best to remove everything by hand. We're about to hit it with the rubber wheel real quick. Alright, I hit it again with the wheel. I honestly think I got a defective one or it's not good because it's not removing the outline right here. I'm gonna go ahead and buff it out with this stuff right here and see how it looks. All right, so we're gonna put the round in there. It comes with two different types of threads, depending on what car you got. Yeah, I'm assuming we just spin it on here first. It comes from factory with a lock thread. And we're gonna spin it on the truck. All right, now it's time to remove these steps. Got my power drill. It looks like it's just 2 bolts on each side, there and over there. All right, I got one down. I got one more to go. Alright, y'all, here's a quick little snippet how it turned out. We're gonna give it a test run without the steps. See if she can hop in. I think you can manage.
Yeah.
You gotta jump out.
It's pretty high though.
I still gotta wax it, but this is how it turned out. I got the 50 caliber round on there. We deleted that. We deleted the badging. All that's left to do is the wheels. All right, I'm getting ready to start on an oil change. I figured I'd just show you guys what I got here. Went ahead and got all the Mopar filters. I got the oil filter. I got the fuel filters. It comes with two, and got the Rotella T6. I ordered all this stuff at Gino's Garage upon doing a bunch of research online. They're like a reputable company. So anybody out there that has a Cummins, I do recommend them. So if you're looking for filters, that's the company to go with. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all the filters. I do recommend when you buy a new vehicle, especially if there's not a track record. The guy I purchased it from, he did a lot of DIY stuff, and he was honest. He told me it was needing an oil change, but the fuel filters were fine, he said. But I just like to start on a clean slate. So I'm just gonna change everything out. That way I know and I have peace of mind when is the next time to change everything out. For those of you that have a Cummins and you do your own oil changes, again, I did a ton of research. There's a lot of DIY videos out there. This is not going to be a DIY video. But if you don't know about this, look into it. It's for the oil filter. When you take it out, it's supposed to plug it up and you don't spill oil everywhere. That being said, I'm just going to go do what I do. Alright, y'all. Today we're cleaning the wheels. I got this stuff. I already did the back two wheels, and honestly the stuff is magical. Alright, apart from the wheels, I'm hitting these fender wheels with these super clean. I already did the other side. I just sprayed it down, brushing it on up. Alright, so this is what we got going on so far. We got all that clean, got the wheels nice and cleaned up. Now what I'm gonna do is hit it with this wax and dry. It's just a spray while the car is still wet, but it's dry now. I'm gonna hit it with a damp towel. It's supposed to give it a nice shine. So after getting it cleaned up, I can see blemishes on the paint. And down here, when I remove the steps, there is a little bit of surface rust that I'm gonna have to hit it with a wire brush. Um, have some up here too. So it's not too bad. It's just on the surface. Hasn't ate through the body or anything yet. So I'm gonna end up hitting that with the wire brush and then spraying it down with some Rust-Oleum. It's under the truck, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't know how big of a difference you could see on camera, but man, this stuff is pretty good. I've done this panel, haven't done the front door, so just compare. Yeah, you can see right here, comparison to that. It's up to par now, for sure. It looks like a whole brand new, different truck. It's probably the cleanest it's been since it was rolled off the showroom, if you ask me. Let's go over the little touches that I did and what I changed in the truck. If you haven't seen the previous video, go ahead and check it out. It's part one of me going over the interior, and I kind of did a walkthrough. We're actually going to see the walkthrough in the beginning of this video. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we'll go ahead and start off with what I did right here. I deleted the emblem, or a badge delete they call it. I There's still a little bit of adhesive. I ordered a whole new rubber wheel to remove it. Haven't got around to it, but I just thought I'd finish up this video and just get it over with. Um, Come over here. Let's look at the wheels. The wheels is something that I pointed out many times in the previous video, and just look at that. They're definitely back to life. They're in decent shape. Um, that stuff that I use, man, it worked miracles. I sprayed it and everything just literally melted off. So highly recommend that stuff. Something else you might notice, I removed the steps. My girlfriend's not too happy about it, but hey, it's all about how it looks, not how it operates. I'm gonna keep them in my garage. I might throw them back on because the whole point of this truck, the whole point of this content is because I'm starting a business. This is gonna be a company truck, so I have to use it accordingly, and it's not just going to be for the show and the looks, you know what I mean? It's going to be that, and it's going to be practical. So the steps are probably going to go back on eventually. I'm going to be going to job sites and having muddy boots. I'm going to need something to clean off my boots. So they are definitely practical, but in the meantime, I love how it looks without the steps. I want you guys to kind of get this angle here so you can see how it's looking. I think it looks 10 times better just with the steps removed, with the badge delete, that in itself, and bringing the wheels back to life. Man, it's crazy what a little cleaning can do. Definitely happy with the results, and I just feel so good driving this thing down the road. She's gonna follow me here. I got my videographer behind the camera, aka my girlfriend. I just want you guys to see different angles. Oh yeah, I forgot. So this is the other thing that I did. It's such a simple thing, but I threw on a bullet antenna. It's a mandatory thing, and I had them in black in the other cars. I have to do the chrome on this one. It just stands out nicely. Um, the wheel wells, I did that too. I mean, it's not a big deal, but to me it just night and day. I appreciate you guys following me along the journey of bringing this beautiful truck. I knew it had potential, bringing it back to life. Um, Next thing on the list is just getting the trailer. So definitely expect that soon. I'm working on it right now. I have another car that I'm working on. That's what it took me so long to get this done with. It's been a few weeks. I'd say 3 to 4 weeks since I released the other video. But it's because I was working on another car, not just the truck. So once I sell that, it's game time for the dump trailer. Um, it's one thing that I wanted an input from you guys. Maybe you guys give me a suggestion. I was on the fence of removing these fender flares. They kind of grown on me, and I think the main thing, like I've always seen other pickup trucks with them, and I wasn't really fond of them, but because they were different color, like let's say the truck is white and then they had the black fender flares and they never sit right. But this truck being black and it having the black and the chrome bolts on there, it kind of does match the rest of the truck. So I want you guys' opinion. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Should I keep them or should I remove them? That being said, that's going to conclude this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. See, the beginning of the video, I gave you guys a nice little rev, but I had the mic on me the whole time. So we're going to have to redo this. I'm getting my camerawoman to jump out the truck real quick, and I'm going to show you guys how this sounds.